Hello everyone, welcome back. I want to give you an update on my Glock 26 over here. I got a couple of them. They all had the same problem. I built these about a year ago. In order for them to cycle reliably, I had to use 124 grain bullets, and I had to use a lighter than standard recoil spring. So instead of using a 16-pound recoil spring, I was using a 14-pound recoil spring. Okay, and I found out by accident, all right, uh, simply by switching in a different barrel, that it ended up being a problem with the barrel. It wasn't just one barrel; it was a couple of barrels that I had bought. And they didn't all come from the same place. They did come from different places. Now those barrels, uh, they all had a black coating on them, right? They were all basically colored black. Uh, all these aftermarket companies, they don't use the same coloring process that Glock uses. Okay, so they just basically just color, coat over the barrel. They just paint over it, which adds material, which adds resistance. All right, to your slide, and between your slide and your barrel. So what happened was I was ordering some other barrels from 17s, 19s, um, um, for Glock 17s and Glock 19s, and I said, you know what, let me get another one of these G26 barrels. Over the course of the last year, I found that if I use just plain stainless steel barrels from Hooper Gunworks, that I have a lot less problems. I don't have to go through the trouble of polishing off all that paint that they put on it. So I said, you know what, let me just order one of these. Since I'm ordering some barrels from Hooper Gunworks, let me also order a G26 one. I got it. I threw it into the gun. Um, I said, let me test it out. Uh, Threw in some steel case ammo in there. I was expecting it to jam up. Gun was working. Okay, um, it was working good with the 14. It was working great with the 14-pound recoil spring. I said, you know what? Let me go back and put the standard 16-pound in there, and that's also working. So it ended up being a problem with the barrel. Okay, and like I said, I had polished the barrel up. I basically polished all, I took all that paint off of it, but it was still problematic. If it was just one gun out of a whole bunch, one G26 out of a whole bunch, I might have, kind of isolated the problem sooner. But because it was a lot of them, it was like a few of them, all having the same problem. I wasn't able to isolate it, so it was kind of by luck. I happened to get another one of these, another G26 barrel. Gun works fine. I've replaced all my barrels at this point. All my G26 barrels are all from Hooper Gunworks. These are the factory seconds, okay? Factory seconds meaning that there is some slight blemish on them, and it's basically like a scratch or something. Does not affect the function of the barrel. Uh, I'm getting them for like $65. They're on eBay. Get them. I mean, these are great barrels. Don't get the ones that are colored. Just get the stainless steel ones. You don't want that extra coloring and coating and that garbage on your barrel. Okay, so let's shoot this. And like I said, I'm now using the standard 16-pound recoil springs instead of having to use the lighter ones. I would prefer to use the standard ones because a couple of things that, with the standard ones, sometimes with the lighter ones, if you hold the trigger down and you push it back, you see that it doesn't snap forward the way it's supposed to. So in some circumstances, that could be an issue. So it's best to stick to standard. And I didn't at the time. I didn't understand why I had to use a lighter recoil spring. Now I do. All right. So there was a problem with the barrel. It wasn't one. It wasn't a barrel from one place. It was a few barrels from different places. And by putting these Hooper Gunworks stainless steel barrels in all of them, all the guns work good now. Okay. They all shoot steel case ammunition, which is really important to me, right? Because if you can't shoot steel case ammunition, the gun is not very economical to shoot. Okay, so I need all my guns able to shoot steel case ammunition. The saying is that if it can't, eat steel case, it doesn't deserve brass. Okay, so let's shoot this now. As you guys I follow my channel, I'm primarily a right-handed shooter. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be shooting this gun in my left hand, one-handed, because basically we're testing the gun out, right? This is how I test my guns to make sure that they're cycling properly. I shoot them one-handed in my offhand, okay? So we're shooting at about 45 feet over there. All right, let's shoot this. Make sure you guys can see me. Okay, here we go. And it went to lockout. All right, that's another important test. Shoot it one-handed in your offhand and check to see if it goes to lockout. Lockout. All right, now those were ETS magazines. This one is a it's a Pro Mag. It's got that little finger extension here. I don't like this. First of all, okay, let's suspend these two magazines for a second. Even the ETS has a little bit of wiggle, but you can't feel the wiggle so much because it's flush. But with the with the PMag, because your pinky's on it, you can feel that wiggle. Not that it affects how well it works, but there's a wiggle there that probably is not on a factory. In fact, let me go get a factory Glock one. I'm just curious if it's gonna wiggle. Hold on, let me pause this camera for a second. I'm just curious if the yeah, there's a little bit of wiggle anyway. Even the fact, now this isn't a standard G26 one. It doesn't make a difference. It don't works. Oh, that's the 33 rounder. Yeah, there's a little wiggle in there anyway. So that's what it's gonna be. I hadn't noticed that before. So anyway, I like the 10 round flush ones, right? Because if you use the one with the little pinky extension, well, now this pretty much the grip becomes the same size as a Glock 19. So at that point, you might as well carry a Glock 19. So the great benefit of the G26 is you can carry a small compact gun, right? And then what you do is you carry the 17 rounders as a backup, or you can carry this sucker as a backup. Now, these are plinkers, okay? This is a factory Glock one. They're still like only 99% reliable, okay? And Glock knows it. It's just there's I mean, just be aware of that, right? Even the 33 round ETS ones are garbage, okay? The 17 round ETS ones are good. They're reliable. So 17 rounds. After 17 rounds, reliability starts to drop off on these magazines. Let's do a little bit more shooting here. Want to lockout. So we're seeing lockout consistently with the standard 16-pound recoil spring using steel case ammunition, right? There's all steel case ammunition that we're testing out. So it took me a year, but I finally got this thing figured out, okay? So definitely not the 30 minutes that Biden says it takes you to fix one of these guns and get it working properly. Oh, this is the one with the pinky extension. This is the Pro Mag. To lock out. So it does not matter that there's a little wiggle in there. That gun works fine. I mean, it's gonna do it with apparently it does it with the factory Glocks too. Okay. Actually, I'd never noticed before that there was that much wiggle, but yeah, it's there. One more, last one. Only 2 rounds. Like I said, I'm primarily testing for lockout in my offhand, in my left hand, shooting one-handed, at 45 feet. There we go, lockout. So it locked out every single time. It took me a year, but I finally got this gun working 100% reliable, okay? And it took the Hooper Gunworks stainless steel barrel to do it. By the way, you know what? Initially, I was not such a big a fan of the FDE. I saw the FDE color more as something that I would buy to dye into some other color. But lately, I've been looking at this. I really like this FDE color. All right. In fact, I already got a couple of frames for the G17. I'm gonna leave those FDE, and I think I want to get. I think I got a 19. I want to get a couple more slides. Actually, I have one for the 19 that's got the FDE color slide. So I really like it, especially for the winter, because this color, you know, it's kind of whitish, so it kind of blends in a little bit. Blends in better than black, right? You know, and if I'm holding black against this, that sticks out a lot more. You know, this in the wintertime, this blends in pretty good. So I really like this. I did not like the FDE initially, but I think that this is something that has really grown on me, and I want to get more guns like in this color. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like I said, that was the problem to my G20, because I've done a couple of videos on this, right? Explaining my problems, explaining how I fixed it, and basically, what it turns out that I was addressing the symptoms, right? I was fixing the symptoms without realizing what the root core of the problem was. The problem was the barrels themselves, because of that Cerakoting crap that they put on the barrels that I had to polish off. I mean, you know, I guess I didn't get every nook and cranny. When I put in the all stainless steel barrel from Hooper Gunworks, you see how beautiful the gun's working. Okay, so that's what it is. Hooper Gunworks stainless steel barrels. Thanks for watching. By the way, I don't get paid for them or anything. You know, I pay full price just like the rest of you guys. So make sure you guys are following my channel. I have a backup channel on Odyssey.com. That's ODYSEE, right? ODYSEE.com. That's the platform, right? That's a YouTube alternative. And then my channel name over there is Pocono Tactical. All right, so that's my backup channel over there. So make sure you follow me over there. Follow me here too, because we need to be here as well on YouTube, because the goal is to attract, you know, new people into this game. Because basically all the people that follow me on Odyssey, they're already hardcore gun guys, but I also need to be on YouTube so that we can pull in, so we can recruit the next generation. And that's the reason why they're trying to kick us off of YouTube, because they know that, you know, we're here recruiting new shooters and bringing more people to our side. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all soon. Drop some comments. I'd love to hear from you guys.